Okay, I'm here with my girl Valentine, and we're in Atlanta, and it's crappy out, so we decided to take you guys book shopping. And I'm gonna try and force some books on Valentine, who's very stubborn, and she's probably gonna try and force some books on me. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we're in the romance section, and there's so many good books. Yeah. So I'm gonna pick one up and say that I really want to read this. Okay. Praise pick up one. By Sarah Kate. I haven't read it yet, but I feel like everyone's talking about it. You haven't read this one either?
No, I haven't read it, but I really want to get into Sarah Kate.
It's kind of a weird cover. What is that?
It's a heel. It's a high heel. Right? Or is it a martini glass? No, I think it's a high heel. Do you see like the...
Yeah, okay. I don't really like the cover, but I do really want to read this.
Oh, there's a different Sarah Kate book right there.
Oh, this one I like more.
But, says, oh wait, they're all different.
Okay. Yeah, I like this one more.
That has jewels on it.
And then they have, but no, this one's really cool. I like this one too.
With the knot and the heart. Give me more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I think Praise is the one that I've heard a lot about.
Yeah,
it has Praise kink, which I really like.
Yeah. Okay, this is one I'm like dying to read. It's Torn by Carrie Ann Cole. Everything about this sounds great. I love an age gap.
Okay, and I've read this. Also, I love that it's going with
it matches.
It's matching.
I'm in like my purple era right now.
Your purple era.
Like, speak now.
Yeah, you should also pick up Love Redesign, because obviously...
Oh, I totally should. I actually...
And you've read this one.
I read this. I beta read this book. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Love Lauren Asher and loved this book.
I haven't read Lauren Asher yet. She's such a sweetheart that I really, really want to read her books. So maybe I'll take that one, and you can take this one. Right? But I have read this one, Torn. If you love Age Gap, which if you're watching this and you know me, you probably love Age Gap. Yeah. It's so good. It's kind of controversial, but I think it's amazing.
Yeah. And Penelope Douglas said this angst was incredible. Anything Penelope Douglas?
Pen Douglas
is my favorite person ever.
And the cover's a little misleading. It is an Age Gap, and her parents are rock stars, and it's like kind of... What is it?
Taboo.
Parents' best friend. Parents' best friend. So taboo, forbidden. It's so good.
I think I'm gonna get this.
I'm getting this for you.
Okay, well,
for sure. Because this is like a non-negotiable.
Yes,
I really want you to read this. Okay, and then another book that I haven't read. I think you've read it.
Yes.
And everyone's read this, and everyone's gonna be like, "Why haven't you read this?" But I haven't read
Haunting Adeline.
Is this the first one?
Yeah, this is book one.
I haven't read this one.
I think so. Yeah, there's one right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this was really good. This was my first dark romance I ever read.
I really like the cover.
It's insane.
I think it's really cute. Well, really cute. Maybe I should say that.
I like it. And then here's book two. It's like this, but like a little lighter. It's like the skull is fading.
Oh, interesting. And it's like on fire. Yeah, so I want to read this because everyone's talked about it. I actually don't read that many dark romances, which is kind of surprising because I write a lot of dark romances. Yeah. But
sometimes you got to get out of that headspace.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is a good one to like try out. Okay. For sure.
Okay, I will put this on my list for sure. I mean, I feel like everyone talks about it. Valentine loved it, so.
And just in like terms, I read this book and I loved it, but this cover, I'm obsessed with. Emily Wittig did this cover.
I think it's one of Emily's best covers.
Yes, I think it is so pretty. I thought this book was really good. This is my favorite out of H.G. Carlton.
I haven't heard that much about this book. I only know it because of the cover.
This one just like overtakes everything.
Everything? Okay.
But this cover's cool and this book is good.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna put this on my TBR list.
Yeah.
I've heard like 1,000,001 things about this book. I feel like, is it Alexandra has a tattoo for it?
And Logan.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I feel like everyone talks about this book. Or like, I feel like influencers talk about this book, but I've never heard someone else talk about it. But it does make me curious. Have you read it?
I listened to the audio and I like enjoyed it. I'm not a big like rom-com person though.
It's a rom-com?
Well, the girl's a comedian.
Okay, no.
I mean, yeah.
I just don't like funny books. Right?
Yeah, I didn't love funny books. I didn't think it was bad, but I just am not a rom-com girl at all. So
okay, but we both love
this is like our shelf right here.
This is our shelf.
Yeah.
And Pen Douglas, they're just like, we both love them. They're amazing. They write the best books
ever,
and they're always so different.
Yes.
I love.
Yeah.
I have to say, I don't like the new covers for Devil's Night series.
I do love the original. Even I love the original, and then I love the next ones that they did.
Same.
And then
they're just not as unique as the other ones. But okay. Also,
and I'm still
gonna kill me because I only read Corrupt.
Yeah, and I am the biggest Devil's Night fan like you will ever meet in your entire life.
Okay, but you need to talk about that. But I'm gonna talk about a book that you hate.
Okay.
Because Valentine hates this book, and she can talk about it in a second. But I love this book so much. The only thing is, I wish that she'd ended up with someone else in the end.
Yeah.
And if you guys know me, you'll know that you'll know who I wish she ended up with because it's an age gap. But this is such a good book, and also I've always loved the cover. I think it's amazing. And Pen, for me, they're just chef's kiss every day of the week, and I will read anything that they write. But I know, okay, also controversial take, Birthday Girl, not my favorite.
Oh, I love Birthday Girl.
But only because it's just too light for me. I'm like, where's the more, like, it's a very like, forbidden thing, but I feel like it wasn't that angsty. It wasn't angsty enough for me. I love the cover. It's amazing. And everyone, I feel like, I love it when people post this when it's their birthday.
Oh, I did that for my birthday. I loved it.
It's so cute. Yeah. So I do love this one, but it's just not my favorite. I actually love Punk 57 as well.
I love Punk 57.
So good. I haven't read the Follow-Away series.
I'm about to reread that.
I know, so you can
I thought it was really good.
So I'm the biggest Penelope Douglas fan you'll probably ever be in your entire life. I've read everything they have ever written. Kill Switch is one of my favorite books of all time. Like, of all time. So I love the Devil's Night series. Misconduct is also slept on. Have you read Misconduct?
Is that the...
It's like the senator and the teacher.
I knew it was the teacher. I haven't read that one yet.
Really good. It's my mom's favorite, actually.
Okay.
No, every single thing they've ever written I love, except Koreans. And I loved the plot of it and I loved the idea. I just chose the wrong guy because I always, whenever there's any type of love triangle, I choose the wrong person. Like 100%, I will always choose the wrong person. So I wanted them to end up with somebody else.
Not who I wanted them to end up with.
We both wanted them to end up with different people.
And they didn't end up with either of them.
No. But like, Kill Switch. Like if Gianna doesn't read this like tomorrow, like I'm kicking her out of my house.
Shut up.
But no, I love everything Ben writes. I am a huge Colleen Hoover fan just because Colleen is, Verity's what got me into this book industry. So I like always will have a special place in my heart for all of her books. Verity's not actually over here, but I did love Maybe Someday. The guy is deaf and he writes music and it's a really pretty story in my opinion. So I love that book by Colleen. And then we have like Anna Huang down here. I'm like the biggest fan of this Kings of Sin series. Like I am obsessed. My favorite is King of Greed. It's Marriage in Trouble. So good. I mean, they're all phenomenal, but King of Greed's my favorite. And the main guy is blonde, and I'm obsessed with blonde men.
We love blonde men.
We love blonde men in this house. So highly recommend. I do love the Twisted series. I think Twisted Games is my favorite. She's like a princess. How can you not like that? But no,
that's because you're a princess.
King of Greed is my favorite though, of Anna, like all of Anna's books. Monica Murphy is one of my favorite people on this entire planet. She's like one of my best friends, and this Lancaster prep series is phenomenal. It's kind of like one of my first it was one of the first series I read. It was in the beginning of my reading career and I loved it. My favorite is things I wanted to say. This guy is so mean. He's like bully, but I fully was obsessed with it.
I love that matches you as well.
Why did I keep bringing up perfect covers? But I'm fully obsessed with it and I highly recommend. So yeah, love Monica. So we have some Devaney books right here, and funny enough, these are actually my two favorite in the Eden series. We have, book 1 is Indigo Ridge, which is phenomenal, but this is book 2, Juniper Hill. So good. Like, oh my god, I can't even explain how good this is. And this is the last book of the series, and it's like, it just rounds everything out. You get to see all the couples again, and they were both so great. And so now,
What are some of the tropes?
This one is Single Mom, and Grumpy Sunshine, and the guy's a chef. And then this one is Single Dad, and a little bit of age gap, I think. And yeah, like, he's known the girl for a really long time. Well, not a really long time, but like a good amount of time now. So yeah, she writes great single parent. So if you love a single parent, definitely go to Devaney.
So these are two of my favorite authors of all time. They're also incredible people. If you're a reader that cares about that, they're absolutely lovely. Kennedy Ryan just hit the New York Times bestseller with this baby. I literally saw it in the airport. I already had a copy and I bought it just because I'm like so excited for her. I might even buy a copy today just to give to someone. I love the cover, it's beautiful. I haven't actually read this one yet, so I won't really talk about it, but huzzah for Kennedy. She totally deserves
Huzzah.
this. Huzzah. My catchphrase. But this series, they actually don't even have, my favorite series by Kennedy Ryan is the Grip series, and they don't have it, but it's about, he's a rapper, and it's one of the best series of all time. I love it. They don't have it. But second is her basketball hoop series. Longshot's the first one, and they have all of them, Blockshot and Hookshot, but this series, it's quite, all of Kennedy's books are like, deal with real topics, and they can be a little bit heavy, but the romance is just so delicious, and you really feel like they're soulmates. If you like soulmates, and really good writing, Kennedy Ryan.
Definitely check it out.
So anyone that knows me knows I'm obsessed with Sarah Simone. She's amazing. And they have a bunch of series here. Okay, my favorite one of all time, and the one that kind of launched her career, is American Queen. It's the new Camelot trilogy. If you haven't read this, I don't know what you're doing. It's MMF. He's the president. there's the vice president, and then there's Greer. And she's the girl in the middle of the vice president and the president. What more do I need to say about it? It's so sexy. Her writing is absolutely incredible. Like, I just could eat her prose with a spoon. So good. So this one's my top recommendation, but I also, people love her Priest, Sinner, and Saint series. I love Saint the best because it's MM, and I'm a big MM reader. Highly recommend. It's amazing. He's a monk. And she has a lot of religious themes in her books, but and spiritual themes, but it never feels preachy or anything like that. It's just kind of adds to the whole experience. This is one of her books in,
I love that cover.
it's so beautiful, and it's the second book in, I think it's, or maybe the fourth actually, I can't remember, but she has a series about a group of people that fall in love and have pagan sex rituals, and it all sounds very strange, but it's so beautiful and whimsical. It's set in Britain, and her twists always make you want to rip your own heart out. So highly recommend Sierra Simone.
Okay, so we're each picking a book for each other. I actually forced a few more than that on Valentine. But okay, I'm gonna also get her from Look Off With Love because it's not my absolute favorite Mariana Zapata book, but it's so good. I'm obsessed with Mariana Zapata. She's my comfort read, and I need her to read more. She's never read Mariana Zapata.
So I'm excited. And I also
I'm
think
getting
this cover
this.
is really pretty.
It's super cute. It's ice skating.
Yeah.
And Ivan is a bit of a dickhead, but
Is he the one who calls her Meatball? Doesn't he call her Meatball?
I think so.
Okay.
And her name's Jasmine, and it's just such a good book. So I'm getting this for you.
Okay. And then I'm getting Addicted to You for Gianna because this is my favorite series in the entire world.
She's been trying to get me to read this series for
Right. I've been trying to get everyone I've ever met. I want my
years.
dad to read the series. I'm every person I've ever met needs to read this. I'm obsessed with the series. I'm literally naming my kids after one of the characters. In
Which
this book.
one?
Daisy.
Oh yeah.
I'm having a kid named
not
Daisy
surprising.
after this series. And Kristen McRitchie are also such nice people, and so I just love to support them too. And
We
so-
always want to support nice people.
Yeah.
Not that some people we don't just know, but people that we know and love.
Yeah.
We always want to support.
So, and this is a 10-book series, so Gianna's gonna hate me because I'm gonna make her read the whole thing, but she's gonna love it and she's gonna be fully invested.
Okay. As long as Valentine wants me to be, I will
Yes,
be.
and I'll read this
You're
book
gonna
for you.
No, you're gonna read
I'm gonna
all of
read a
Mariana
lot.
Zapata's books
I'll
for
read
me.
her whole backlist
Except
for you.
I don't really like Darren, so you don't have to read Darren.
I'm gonna read it all.
No, don't read that one. But the rest of them are amazing.
Okay, I'm
good.
excited.
Yeah, me too.